What if America's top universities were being shaped by foreign money? Qatar has poured at least $6.6 billion into US campuses. Some deals even claim ownership over the research. In this video, I'm going to show you the paper trail and the clause that changes everything. A country smaller than Connecticut has been quietly funneling billions of dollars into the US education system. It's been shaping the minds of future leaders and gaining access to sensitive American research, all with surprisingly little scrutiny. This is the story of Qatar. For the last 2 decades, this tiny gas-rich nation has poured over $6.6 billion into America's top academic institutions. And new data reveals what they're buying with that money: influence. We're going to follow the money to uncover a deliberate strategy to sway ideologies, control research, and essentially buy a front-row seat in the American classroom. This is the story of how that money moves, where it goes, and the real price our universities are paying. For decades, the true size of this influence campaign was a secret, buried in confusing reports and a general lack of oversight. The amount of money was a total black hole. There's a law that's supposed to prevent this. Section 117 of the Higher Education Act. It says any university getting federal funds has to report foreign gifts and contracts over $250,000. But for years, nobody really enforced it, and schools treated it like an option. They reported a tiny fraction of what they received, if they reported anything at all. That all changed in 2019. A Department of Education crackdown forced universities to finally open their books. The numbers that came out were stunning. Billions of dollars that were previously undisclosed were suddenly dragged into the light. In the years since, the total reported foreign funding has ballooned to over $67 billion, and a huge chunk of that is from one country. Qatar has become the undisputed heavyweight champion of foreign donors. While their total is around $6.6 billion, the spending is picking up speed. In 2025 alone, Qatar sent a staggering $1.1 billion to American universities, making it the top donor for the year. This isn't just history. It's an escalating investment. This flood of data gives us a paper trail. For the first time, we can see the scale and the targets of Qatar's academic strategy. And the money isn't spread around. It's focused on a few elite institutions, turning them into the main hubs of Qatari influence. So, where is this river of money flowing? Let's follow the trail to 3 of the most prestigious universities in America. First up, Cornell University. According to federal data, Cornell has taken an astronomical sum from Qatar, about $2.3 billion since 2001. That makes it, by a wide margin, the biggest recipient of Qatari cash. Now, the university says that nearly all of this funding stays in Qatar to run its Weill Cornell Medicine campus in Doha. It's an offshore operation. But that begs the question, does a campus in another country really mean there's a separation of influence? When an institution depends on billions from a foreign government, can its voice and mission ever be truly independent? That level of financial dependency is its own form of leverage. Next, Georgetown University, a pillar of the DC establishment that trains future diplomats and government officials. Over the last 20 years, reports show Qatar has given over $1 billion to Georgetown's campuses in both Doha and Washington. The money has heavily supported the School of Foreign Service and the Center for Contemporary Arab Studies. Watchdog groups, like the Institute for the Study of Global Anti-Semitism and Policy, have pointed to a troubling correlation. They've published reports arguing that this flood of cash has coincided with a curriculum that increasingly pushes post-colonial, anti-Western, and anti-Israel views. They claim Qatar is funding the very intellectual framework that shapes how America's future leaders see the world, especially the Middle East. But the most alarming case might be Texas A&M University. The school ran a campus in Qatar, funded by the state-run Qatar Foundation. It took a multi-year legal fight to force the university to release its contracts, but when they finally became public, they were a bombshell. An investigation uncovered a clause stating that the Qatar Foundation shall own the entire right, title, and interest in all technology and intellectual property developed at the Qatar campus. Another part of the contract gave the Qatar Foundation control over the strategic direction, scope, and priorities of the research program. Let's be clear about what that means. A public American university gave a foreign government the power to direct its research and handed over full ownership of the resulting inventions. This included sensitive science and engineering programs. In early 2024, facing public outrage over these deals, Texas A&M's Board of Regents voted to terminate the contract and shut down its Qatar campus for good. The decision was a stark admission. The price of Qatari money was just too high. The Texas A&M story proves this isn't about charity. The money comes with strings attached. This is a sophisticated soft power play designed to hit specific geopolitical targets. First, it's about influence. By weaving itself into the fabric of elite American universities, Qatar gains prestige by association. It gets to borrow the trusted brands of schools like Cornell and Georgetown and use their credibility as a shield. This financial leverage is a powerful tool for shaping narratives. And what's the narrative? While the US government designates Qatar as a major non-NATO ally, the country also keeps close ties with groups that directly oppose American interests. It's widely known as a key financial backer of Hamas, having sent more than $1.8 billion to the group over the years. For a time, this was even done with the knowledge of the US and Israeli governments, who saw it as a deeply flawed but pragmatic way to manage the crisis in Gaza. This messy reality, an ally on one hand and a supporter of a designated terrorist group on the other, is exactly the kind of story that gets a makeover when it's laundered through the halls of academia. The funding can help create an environment where Qatar is seen as a neutral peace broker, not a state sponsor with its own agenda. The second goal is getting access to research. The Texas A&M contract laid out the playbook. Gain control over cutting-edge science and engineering. Federal officials have been warning about this for years. A White House fact sheet on an April 2025 executive order was explicit, stating that undisclosed foreign funding raises serious concerns about potential foreign influence, national security risks, and compromised academic integrity. The order was designed to end the secrecy surrounding foreign funds and safeguard America's students and research from foreign exploitation. A country like Qatar gets control over research. It could gain access to dual-use technologies with serious national security implications. When you connect all the dots, the picture is deeply troubling. This isn't just about a few college campuses. It's a national security issue. Money from authoritarian states is never neutral. It's an instrument of state power. When billions of dollars are on the line, university administrators might be tempted to self-censor or to steer clear of topics that could offend their donors. Faculty might avoid research that's critical of the patron country. Over time, the whole intellectual climate of a university can start to shift, subtly at first, and then profoundly. The first casualty in a system like this is academic freedom. The second is the potential threat to our national security. The US government keeps a list of countries of concern whose funding is watched with the highest suspicion. While Qatar isn't officially on that list, its pattern of behavior, from supporting Hamas to its documented efforts to control intellectual property, puts it in a gray zone that has security experts deeply worried. Allowing any foreign power to direct sensitive research at a major US university is a strategic weakness. Allowing a country with Qatar's complicated allegiances to do so is, to many, just reckless. This flood of cash creates a fundamental conflict of interest. A university's mission is the pursuit of truth. A foreign influence operations mission is the pursuit of power. Those two missions can't coexist forever. One will eventually corrupt the other. We started with a simple question. What is Qatar buying for over $6 billion? Now the answer is clear. It's buying access, it's buying influence, it's buying the research of our brightest minds, and it's buying a platform to shape the thinking of America's next generation of leaders. This influence doesn't end on campus. Universities feed the talent, research, and expertise that power America's critical systems. When foreign governments gain leverage there, they gain proximity everywhere else. If foreign money can shape universities, it can shape everything downstream. If you want more investigations like this, subscribe. And if you want to see where this influence shows up next, watch this video right here, Foreign Adversaries Already Inside America's Critical Infrastructure. It's the next piece of the puzzle. Thanks for watching.